Hello and welcome to my channel. If it's your first time stopping by, hi, my name is Allie. I'm so excited. So, as you probably saw from the thumbnail, this is a small shop haul slash Disney trip announcement. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. It has been 4 years since my husband and I went on a Disney trip. And before that, it was 4 years before that. So 4 years seems to be our time frame. However, I want to preface with, this is not a Florida trip. This is a California trip. We are going to Disneyland. It is our home park. We grew up in California. It's the only park we've ever known. Yes, Florida is on the to-do slash wish. Yes, Florida is on the to-do slash wish list of places to go. It is something we are going to strive for. However, things keep coming up that end up taking us to California, and it just is working out this way. So it's actually going to be a twofold kind of thing. So our 30th wedding anniversary is coming up, and we're going to be going to California a couple weeks after that. So we're kind of making this into an anniversary trip. There is another reason why we're going. I'm not sure if you know, you may have seen this, or if you knew me, you know that my 101.5-year-old grandmother, she went to be by Jesus' side earlier this year. And so we are doing a huge celebration of life for her. A lot of families going to be out there, so we are going initially for that. However, all of my family is into going to Disney, so we're going to be going to Disney after as well. I'll just be spending like a day with them probably at Disney, and a few days prior to that. But the rest of the trip will just be my husband and I, and we'll be celebrating our 30th wedding anniversary. So we are very excited about that. So I want to do a small shop haul. I want to show all the things I've been ordering literally for several months. I think probably as far back as March of this year, because kind of knew when, you know, that this was coming up. And so I was just ordering little things here and there, and now I was like, well, now I've accumulated quite a few things. Now most of them are clothing items, a few are not. So let me go ahead and get into these items and share with you what I got. So I recently got the sad, disappointing news about them closing the Mike and Sully Monsters Inc. ride in the Disney California park, and I am completely gutted about that. I absolutely love that ride. We had an interesting experience on it on the Make-A-Wish trip we took with my nephew, so I have like memories of that on it as well. And a few years ago, I had handmade some Monsters Inc. ears for myself, and I was saving them for my next California trip. So I'm excited I'm going to be able to wear this with this shirt that I got, but I am really sad about that that ride being closed. But I might do a pack with me video as well to show the ears that I'm going to be pairing up with all of these items. So here is the first shirt. It's Mike and Sully. So let me stand up here to hold this back a little bit. But it said, oh, it's also Boo. So it says Disney's Pixar Monsters Inc. And it's got Sully with this big smile, and you got Mike Wazowski and Boo. And pink is my favorite color, so I had it put on pink. Now, the only thing is, in the picture on the internet, the photo itself, the decal was much brighter, which is the only reason why I picked it. This is a little bit muted on here. So that's my only disappointment on it. However, I do like it. I think it's going to look great. One other thing though, it's huge. Like when I order shirts offline, off of websites online, I try to go off their sizing charts. I measure all the time to see, like, you know, what size do I think I would fall into as far as their sizing charts go. And so, and one, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't, sorry, I'm trying to hang this and I don't want it to fall. And I wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to be super huge or too small, because I didn't really have time. This one is my most recent purchase, so I literally just got it a couple days ago, and I wouldn't have time to like do a whole exchange and reorder. So that's the only thing I kind of struggle with some of these shirts. They do fit. Some are a little more form-fitting and smaller than others, not uncomfortably, but just they completely range in sizes. But they're all super soft, okay? And I will link every one of the small shops that I got these from. This one I did get off Etsy, and I will list that if I can find it in time, I'll put it here. If not, I'll link everything below. Okay, here's the next item. So this is similar to an item that I had seen my dear friend Heather order off of an Etsy seller, and it's kind of Cinderella themed, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have that. And so I tried to find it. The shop she got it from has since closed, but and they had various other ones to choose from. So I did get this one, and some of these are a little bit wrinkled, so I apologize in advance. But again, pink fuchsia, these are my favorite colors. They're not all going to be that color, but these two happen to be. So yay, look at this. It's Coach, and it has sort of like the Cinderella coach on it, and it says established 1950, and it says a land far, far away. And I just thought this was such a pretty color. It's super soft on. It feels really nice. So I'm very excited to have that. Now this next one is sort of, it's Disney-esque, but it's also kind of subtle, kind of like the Coach one. Like, well, that one's a little elaborate because it has a coach on it, but this one is a really pretty color. It's a mauve color, and this one just actually says magical on it, but it has like the castle, and the eye is dotted with a hidden Mickey. So I thought this was really cool. This one's a little long and kind of big too. Again, but I do have these little things that I found on Etsy, coincidentally, that kind of like cinch up. You can cinch up the sides a little bit of the shirt. So I'm probably going to try to do that. Hopefully it looks okay when I do that, but we'll see. All right, these are the last shirt items. Now these I was super excited about, and man, I don't know how many of you experienced this, okay? My husband is not one that likes when couples wear matching outfits, okay? He just, for whatever reason, he just does not like that at all. So, in order to get him, this is like a big step for me to be able to get him to do this, because it's sort of matching, and you'll see in a minute what it is. But I was like, you know, you got to do it for me. It's our 30th anniversary. We need to do this, right? So I showed him the items online before I ordered it. I was like, you're going to wear this, right? Because I'm going to order it, so you better wear it. So yes, he's agreed to wear it. Granted, these are kind of more like a one and done because of, you'll see it in momentarily here. So probably won't wear this again. I mean, I may around the house, but so I got these two matching shirts for us. Now we got different colors. I'm going to show the front in a moment. So, and they're both super, super soft. His is the gray, and mine is like this purpley mauve-ish color, okay? So here is mine. It says wife. It has Minnie. It has the year we were married, established 1995, our 30th anniversary. And then on his, it says husband, and it has Mickey, and says established 1995, our 30th anniversary. And I am so excited about these shirts. I absolutely love them. And again, he probably won't be able to wear it again. I think it's a little bit, it fits him okay, but I think once he washes it, it may not fit him after that. I'll just hang on to it for keepsake reasons. But I loved these shirts. And like I said, I was super excited when I found that Etsy seller online. So all of these shirts so far were all Etsy. Now, I have one other Etsy thing, and then everything else is different, a different type of vendor. So, sorry, I'm like getting this out. So recently, my cell phone case, which I'll show you here, it's this hard plastic. It's really pretty. It's a castle. It broke. Like, I don't know what happened. I literally glued it back together, but it's got a big crack, and it's kind of bowing on the side. So I was like, well, I need to find a new cell phone case. So I ordered this on Etsy. It was kind of hard to gauge like what it is. It's not a super hard plastic. It's really kind of rubbery on the sides, and then a plastic on the back. But check this out. It's Cinderella themed, and it's got some really beautiful scenes. We've got the fairy godmother with Cinderella. We've got the coach, and then the prince and her dancing in the moonlight. We've got all the favorite characters here. It says Cinderella, and we've got the slipper and the books right here. My only thing is on this one too, you know, they say you could personalize it and make requests, and I saw the photo like this and I asked, can you move the books over, make them smaller so that the full name of Cinderella shows? Because you'll notice the A is cut off on the side. And I requested that, and I never heard anything. The item came, and it came just like the photo, which I can appreciate that all of these things all came and looked like the photo, except for the Monsters Inc. shirt wasn't as bright. But I was a little bummed that this didn't fully say Cinderella on it. But, you know, it is what it is, and I'm fine with it. It'll work. It's going to be great to take on the trip with us. Okay, so these next two items, I'm saving my big Disney item for last. These next two items are technically not Disney related. However, I do want to just kind of share them because I did order them for the trip. I really wanted like a little bag to hold like all my cords and my power bank, like all my camera cords and stuff to fit in my suitcase and or carry-on bag. And again, love going with the theme of pink, which I love. It's this really soft leatherish bag, so I got a good size. I wanted it to be a good size and to also hold my headphones to listen to, you know, on the plane. So I got this good size bag here, and it also has another zipper pocket. It's really nice, and it's thick. It doesn't feel like it's inexpensive at all, and it really wasn't very much money. So this was an Amazon find. And then my next Amazon find, oh, actually I have two things Disney related left, so get ready for that. My next Amazon find, I was trying to find a small kind of shoulder bag so that I could use it on the trip, not Disney part, but the pre-part, like just the traveling and the few days with family before that. And I wanted something sort of small that I could still put in another bag in case we carry on our luggage. So I wanted something kind of small. And this was a pretty color, and it is pretty small. It's a little smaller than I anticipated, even though I checked the measurements and I measured out to see how big it was going to be. But it's got, it'll work. So I've got a zipper in the back pocket here. I've got this little kind of fold over pocket, and then I've got two pockets in the middle. And is there another? Oh, and there's even like a little zipper here inside. Oh, and another pouch in the front here. So it's got a lot of space. So I think it's really going to be good to work with. You know, it's got a long strap. I can kind of use it as a crossbody, and it won't be like super awkward and, you know, bulky or anything like that. So that's really what I wanted. Okay. The last two Disney items. Sorry, I'm going to try to take this out the plastic so you don't see a glare. So again, not 100% sure what kind of bags I'm going to be using at the park, if I'm going to use any of my Loungefly backpacks. But whatever bag I use, I wanted something in case I need to take my ears off. And I saw this on Etsy, and it kind of looks like a little name badge for Disney. So I had them put my name on it, and it says, where dreams come true. And it's really pretty. I love the pink castle, and it's got like snaps over here so that you can basically put your ears in it and hold, and you can like attach it to a bag, right? So it holds your ears. So looking forward to bringing that with me. Again, not sure what size bag, or if I'm going to bring a lot of bags. I've been thinking about stuff for weeks now. So we'll see what I end up bringing. Now this is the last item, and was kind of the big item. So Disneyland has recently started to where you can use a magic band. Like typically that's always only been a Florida thing. But when the 70th anniversary for Cinderella came out, or 75th. It's the 70th for Disney. It's the 75th for Cinderella. I saw this beautiful magic band. And I originally was like, oh, I'll just get it for whenever we actually go to Florida. And look how pretty that slipper part is. And then I'll flip this over here. I was like, oh, we'll just get this for when we actually go to Florida and I can just hang on to it. And then we end up finding out we're going to go to Disneyland and that I can use this and it's going to activate certain really cool things that they've added for the anniversary if you hold your band up to it. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to use this, but I literally have no idea how I'm going to use it because I've never used one before. So I'm going to work on charging this ahead of time and trying to test it and link it to my app before we go. And then I'll just bring the charger with me to use as well. But I mean, I'm so excited about this too. And again, I'm going to hold this up. Look how pretty the detail and the colors are. And I just absolutely love that slipper. And the funny thing is, I've seen a few Disney vloggers wearing this. Mainly, I'm pretty sure it was Janelle at Magic Journeys. She had the same one on when they were going through the park and doing things. And I was like, oh, there's my Magic band. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. So, and excited about the trip. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my small shop haul and hearing about my Disney trip announcement. Again, over the moon excited. I've been mentally planning this for months and months. And so, yeah, I think I might do a pack with me video. So be on the lookout for that. So long story short, unfortunately, I didn't do the pack with me video. I ran out of time. I ended up getting food poisoning as well as a concussion. It's a long story, but this is the best I could do. So vlogs will be coming. We are headed on the trip now. I'm still super excited. And then of course I'm going to have vlogs and I'm going to do my absolute best to get them out as early as possible. Not while I'm on the trip. I am not bringing anything to edit with. It is just going to be after we get home. So I would say that the earliest you'll see those vlogs is going to be probably maybe early August or end of July. It just depends on the time frame and my time. So yay, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, please do put that notification bell on so you don't miss any of my vlogs and my future videos that are coming up. I really do appreciate you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
And perhaps someday, the dream that you wish